See McMurray and Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy comes up, but then McMurray actually comes down and gets onto the left front. It's on from there. I mean, we talked about it earlier. As soon as somebody makes a mistake and you're in this big pack of cars, you're going to take a lot of people with you. It's just how it happens. You can, some of these cars riding around the back actually got in the wreck as well. So one mistake by a driver, or a mistake by two drivers, and this is what happens. It's not just those two.
And a bump there by the 48. The back bumper of Jamie McMurray. 78 of Martin Truex Jr. caught up. Danica Patrick also. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88. Brian Scott up on the hood of the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Chris Buescher, 23-year-old out of Prosper, Texas, was involved.
Longest, whoa, there goes the 5-car round.
Yellow.
Oh, whoa, and it hit. Riggs is there, the 97 of Ambrose. Look at this 28 car, is that the 38 car, all jacked up in the back. Somebody's underneath him. So much we can't even see who that is. It's going to fire up the exhaust.
That's the 84 of Scott Speed that he's up on the hood of.
He put it in gear trying to drive off, but no traction.
For Riggs. 0-1 able to get through. Whoa. And then there's the contact with the 84, the 70, 38, 77 up against the wall.
70, you just.
This is after the checkers. That was Junior who hit Kyle Larson and set that off, it looks like.
Oh, that was a hard lick right there for Ryan Reed. After you get to the checker flag, you think you've made it. Now this happens. This is a tough one to take. Joe was just kind of minding his own business.
Yeah.
So was Ryan Reed. Tangled up in that.
When he came from turn 4 toward the checkered.
I believe it starts right here. Watch Trevor Bayne may have to jump out of the throttle and get sideways here. A lot of times, June, you have to jump out to keep them running over that car in front of you. Your car will just jump for about a half a lane.
I'm telling you, Reed Sorensen was completely underneath Justin Allgaier's car.
Wow. I cannot imagine that was a fun view for Reed Sorensen.
Oh, no, and everybody.
Good.
Oh,
no. Are you kidding me? This is big. Wow. But just bad judgment. Look at that 10 car.
Almirola's number 10.
Look at David Reagan underneath the 10 of Almirola.
David Reagan, see what springs he's running. Look at that.
All those sparks flying.
Take a look at what happens. The 42 of Kyle Larson completely sideways.
He gets down on the apron. You see the sparks where the track bar mount hits the ground. He saves it, but he comes up the track, has no choice but to connect with the 19, who then starts to spin. Brad Keselowski gets a face full of sparks. The 17 does go around, and now the track is blocked. Now these guys are trying to find a hole through, and the 2 gets woed up, and the 3 kind of gets woed up, but then you see Carl Evans goes back up the track, and here comes Brian Scott with a full head of steam, makes big contact with the back of the 19.
Yeah, Brian Scott looked like he was going to be able to get through this clean. He was accelerating to try to get by the cars, but then up came Carl Edwards from the bottom of the track.
Trouble turn 2. Casey Mears. Ooh, gets tagged
and nowhere
hard.
for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to go in that 88 car.
2 more cars hard in the wall behind them. One is Hornish.
Someone has run underneath the 5 car, it looks
like.
The
other's Reed Sorensen, and Mears ends up on his roof.
It's Sam Hornish in the 77, because I knew the car just picked up off the ground all of a sudden.
It's up high, and he just loses it there. Comes down right.
Just clipped Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Got turned him around. But now this is when it really is bizarre. Watch this.
Hornish Hornish already had damage, and the hood was up so high he couldn't see out of the windshield, I don't think.
We saw from the snail's trail on the track that Hornish's car wouldn't stop or steer as he got underneath mirrors. It was dropping a lot of fluid and ended up just tumbling him over.
Yeah. That is bizarre.
I think that's what happened, because the car just, he goes in, he does that dive bomb thing, and then right here you see the car just takes off. Matt was great big run on the outside and drove right up on the back of him.
And we are hearing that the right front blew, but it's almost like something was starting to go wrong, because Kenseth caught him in a hurry in 1 and 2.
The handling was going away, Larry. You could see him have to ease off it going into the corner multiple times, and then this right there.
Yeah, she just turns, and here comes Matt. Matt had a full head of steam, nowhere to go.
He tried to go to the inside, but Carl was there, so she juked to the outside, and the car got away from her. Now watch the 24 of Jeff Gordon. There's Ryan Newman getting by.
And look up top,
Gordon
Mike.
tipped up into the 99 of Edwards, and Kurt Busch piles in the 41.
And then here comes Stenhouse. Hard contact into the outside wall, into the back of Kurt Busch.
Lifted him up. Lifted Gordon up.
And now he's just a passenger.
See here, Brian Scott. He was the other car that was involved in this.
Oh, and he gets a little help. That's Wimmer.
Yeah. And he collects up Brown there. And Stephen Wallace, just a victim there. Drives up underneath the back of it.
Yeah, and you're just going so fast and things happen so quickly here. You just don't have a chance to react. You can see Stephen, but you know he's running wide open and trying to go. And
Kelly Byers does a nice job of just escaping all of that.
Jamie McMurray leading.
Here's the first move. Oh, trouble. Dillon gets turned around into the middle of the pack. Casey Mears is the one that hit him. Caution is out. Race is over.